So initially we wanted 6 chickens, and then a couple days later we bought 6 more, and then it was 12 more, and then before you knew it, we had 100 chickens. And then we quickly realized that meant we needed a bigger coop. How are we gonna get feed for all those chickens? And what are we gonna do with all of those eggs? Have you ever wondered how difficult it is to raise and take care of chickens? Well, there's just a few things that you can do every day to make sure that they are giving you eggs nearly all year long. Now, you can get chickens almost anywhere. You can get chickens online through a hatchery. You can buy hatching eggs. That's how we got our Indio Gante eggs, was online through eBay. You can get them from farm stores in the spring or in the fall. Or you could find a local farm or breeder where you can buy something specific to what you want. And how many chickens you have is dependent on how many eggs you want. You'll get about 1 egg per day for every 2 chickens. So if you want 6 eggs per day, you're gonna need about 12 chickens. Now there's a couple different ways to keep chickens. You can keep them in chicken coops. Those are typically more permanent. They're bigger and usually stay in one place. Or you can keep them in chicken tractors. Those are more mobile. So instead of the grass dying underneath it, you can just move them to a new space. We had those coops right over here this morning, and they had killed all the grass in this spot, and then we moved them over here to fresh grass. So the pros for coops are they can be more easily predator proofed. You can design them to fit in with your house or other structures. They're easier to attach an additional run for the chickens to be in during the day. Now the cons are you may need to do more maintenance on it, and the floor will definitely need to be cleaned out more often. You can put wood chips on the floor to avoid mud, and think about how the weather can impact your coop. And make sure you give them plenty of space if they don't have access to grass or they have the ability to forage by free ranging. So now it's time to move your new chickens into their new coop. And you should do that preferably at night when everybody's on their roosting bars and won't attack the new chickens. I've got Amber over here. Amber is one of our sweet older chickens. We've recently moved her into this flock. And so I'm going to bring her into this coop every day so that she knows where her new home is. And if you just started building your flock, try carrying your chickens into the coop for the first few days, and they'll get used to it to where they'll start doing it on their own. So if you use an open floor on your coop, if you have it off the ground like this, the chickens will be able to poop through it, and you won't have to clean the floor as often. Chickens should have about 4 square feet of space when they are inside the coop. And so in here we've got roosting bars. Chickens are all able to have space to roost on the bars. And then chickens also need nesting boxes to lay their eggs. You should have about 1 nesting box to every 4 chickens. So in here I've got 10 nesting boxes. So I could have about 40 chickens. So that way they always have space to lay their eggs because they're not all gonna lay at the same time. For bedding in your nest boxes, you could use straw, you could use shredded paper, and here we use aspen pine shavings. And that's been a great bedding for the chickens to lay their eggs. And having nest boxes is very convenient, so you don't have to be there to let your chickens out every morning. We have run chicken automatic doors all over the farm on nearly every coop that we own. They open up every morning, and then they automatically close every night. And you'll probably deal with predators pretty regularly on your property. Hawks and aerial predators will swoop in during the day. So if you have electric fencing, they won't be able to swoop in and get your birds. At night, you're going to deal with raccoons, possums, foxes, coyotes, bobcats, among others. And so you want to make sure that your birds are secured inside an electric fence and inside their coop every night so that they don't get eaten. And you could also get help from a livestock guardian animal, like a dog or a goose, and then be sure to secure your chickens inside their coop every night. Lastly, you'll want to clean your coop regularly to keep down on smells and parasites from causing problems for you and for your birds. And do a deep clean of your coops twice a year, in the spring and before winter, to make sure that your chickens will live a happy and healthy life.